I'm sick and tired of this. This again goes to the mindset and the culture of this country. Nobody gives a damn. Why should we? I don't have to be held responsible for anything. I don't have to be held accountable for anything. Why the hell should I give a damn? That's the attitude in this country, and I'm sick and tired of it. My God, there's no accountability in any profession anymore. Nowhere. Nobody has to be held accountable. Even the president wouldn't even fire the Secret Service. I mean, look, think about this. Think about this for a second here. Let me get a shot of grog here. I'm pissed. Today, I'm not a happy camper at all. My God. But think about this for just a couple of seconds here. Imagine you are the President of the United States of America. Imagine that. The President of the free world. Well, what used to be the free world. I don't know what the hell you call us now. God only knows. God only knows what the hell it's going to be tomorrow. But imagine for a moment, if you will, you as the President of the United States, the so-called biggest superpower in the world, which, again, we used to be, but now we're not. But let's just for this little scene here, let's imagine that, yeah, we are free, and we are the biggest superpower in the world. Let's just imagine that for a moment. And you are the president of that country. You are the president of the biggest superpower in the world. And you have special security forces that guard you, protect you. And if you don't understand the reasons why the president is protected and guarded, you need to stay out of the conversation. You're an idiot. You have no business getting involved into a conversation you know nothing about. Shut up. Look, I can't stand this president. I can't wait till he's out of office. But I don't want the son of a bitch assassinated. You understand what I'm saying? If they can get to the president, they can get to me. They can get to you. And for this guy over here to say, it's no big deal. They're out drinking, passing out. Look, no. And 10 hours before a shift? No. Now, look, I'm an ex-sailor. And so I have consumed several gallons of alcohol. I do know what it's like. And to get drunk, and that drunk to where you're passed out, even in 10 hours, you are not going to be fit to be protecting the president. You may not be actually drunk anymore, but you're going to have one hell of a hangover. You are not going to be fit to be protecting the president. Now, if that's your protection, that's your guards, that's your security, you're going to allow them to get away with that? Look, these guys shouldn't be going over there drinking anyway. They're protecting our president. I mean, this is inexcusable. And why I'm hearing stuff in the media. I'm hearing people say, it's not that big of a deal. Megyn Kelly, it's not a big deal. On their defense. What do you mean on their defense? They don't have any defense. Goddamn Secret Service, for Christ's sakes. They got no business boozing themselves up until they pass out. Getting underage hookers and then not paying them. I mean, God almighty. Look, if that was you, would you want your Secret Service doing this crap? And there was another accident where the guy was drinking and got in a car accident. I can't remember where that is. I got the story in here somewhere. I think it was in Florida. He didn't get charged with anything, so he really wasn't drinking, but they did have some drinks, and he got in an accident, a little fender bender, whatever. But the point is, there's far too much of this, and we're only hearing what we hear. We're not hearing what we don't know. And that's the problem. God only knows what these guys have been doing. This is the Secret Service. Okay, these guys need to be held at a higher standard. I'm sorry. You don't like it? Well, that's not my problem. That's yours. If you're that goddamn ignorant that you don't understand the purpose for the Secret Service being put on a higher standard, then, you have no business being a part of the conversation. You're an idiot. Shut up. This is the Secret Service, man. My God. I mean, this isn't some Justin Bieber bodyguard. This is the Secret Service. This is the Secret Service. They are here to protect the president. They got to put their lives, this man. And they're out drinking and whoring, and God only knows what the hell they're doing. Oh, you goddamn right I'd be firing these guys. Oh, but I've got perfect faith in my Secret Service, whatever her stupid name is, or whatever her stupid title is, whatever. But why this woman didn't fire these guys? Obviously they don't care. Obviously Obama doesn't give a damn if he gets assassinated or not. Look, if they assassinate the president, they're assassinating us, man. We can't have that. Don't understand the purpose for the Secret Service. Again, you've got to stay out of the conversation. And Megyn Kelly, what the hell? What the hell, man? What the hell? Oh, well, it's not that big of a deal. So what? They got 10 hours. They didn't really break the law. So what? They were passed out drunk. Passed out in the hallway. Drunk. The Secret Service. Imagine that if that was your Secret Service. How would you feel? I know damn good and Skippy there'd be a lot of people fired. And I'd also fire this so-called head of the Secret Service for not firing these guys. What the hell's her problem? My Lord. I mean, what the hell's the deal with this country anymore? Nobody. I mean, Blog Talk Radio, they don't have to be held accountable. They can have crappy systems. It may not be their fault, so I don't mean to be picking on them. God only knows what it is. The problem is that there's just too many of these problems. And they don't have to be problems. That's the biggest problem. Is they don't have to be, but yet here they are. And they're multiplying more and more every day. And then you wonder why I bitch. Well, I don't know. I'm just pulling this out of my ass. Who in the hell? I mean, what? I'm just a blowhard. Goddamn government, they're not held responsible for anything. They're not held accountable for anything. Nobody is. You go to McDonald's, they can screw up all they want to. They don't need to be held accountable. If you're a teacher, New York has over 50,000 teachers that aren't qualified to be in a classroom, and yet they can't fire them. So they go into these rubber rooms. They sit there and they read magazines and get paid. Full pay, full benefits. They cannot be held accountable. You should lose your job. If you're not qualified to teach, you can't get it. You're not allowed in a classroom. You should not get paid. I mean, is there any accountability in any job? Give me one job where you have to be held accountable. I can't think of one anymore. President, he doesn't have to be held accountable. Spokespersons, they don't have to be held accountable. His cabinet, they don't have to be held. Hillary Clinton doesn't need to be held accountable. Why should she be held accountable? She's the first woman to ever be born with a brain, and it's bigger than men's. Republican Party, do they have to be held accountable? No. No. Democrats, no, they don't have to be held accountable. No teachers, there isn't one job anymore where accountability is a requirement. That's pathetic. The mindset, and it's the culture. You can't fix the culture until you fix the mindset. So if you have a lazy mind where you feel I can do whatever the hell I want, I don't have to be held accountable. Well, let me tell you something, you people. All you people who think you don't have to be held accountable, well, keep it up. Because you're going to pull this crap to the wrong person one day. And then you're going to have one hell of a wake-up call. Good morning. Then you're going to wonder, why? I don't get it. Hey. Of course you don't get it. You're an idiot. You got to hold yourself accountable. Look, I hold myself accountable, and I'm always constantly screaming at myself for screwing up. And do I screw up? Hell yeah. But I fix it. And I hold me accountable. My God almighty. I mean, it's nonstop. And now, speaking of Clintons, for Christ's sakes, can these people go away? My God. Oh, Christ. There goes my bacon and eggs. This freaking creep. This Bill Clinton, he is a creep. I've never liked him. The first moment I seen him on television, that was in, what, 92? He's running for office, whenever the hell it was. I said, what an idiot. He just looks like a buffoon. He's a pervert. So Bill Clinton is now caught up in some pedophile scandal. Now, obviously, we haven't heard very much from the media. Of course, you're not going to do that. I mean, Bill Clinton, hey. I mean, that's Bill Clinton. You can't, all those Clintons, they're untouchable. They're beyond reproach. They're Clintons. You got Barack Obama as the king. He's beyond reproach. You can't say anything to him because you're a racist. Even though you don't talk about his stupid skin. Even though he is half white. Jesus, God almighty. But according to a former child sex slave, her name is Virginia Roberts. She's got a class action lawsuit against a convicted billionaire pedophile, Jeffrey Epstein. Now, I do remember talking about him on our show here. This was a couple weeks ago, whenever, I can't remember. But we had talked about this. He got busted. This is the first I seen this story, I think yesterday, the day before. I think I was going to try to talk about it yesterday, but I'm surprised we got as much as we got done yesterday. There was a lot to do yesterday. There's a lot to do today, but thanks whatever reason I couldn't get on, we lost a lot of time. And then, of course, I had to bitch about it for God knows how long, so we lost even more time there. There's a class action lawsuit against this Jeffrey Epstein and former President Bill Clinton, claiming that he was present during the sex parties involving up to 20 underage girls. Now, this is at Epstein's secluded island. He owns an island in the Caribbean. I thought liberals weren't supposed to be that rich where they can own an island. Look what they did to Mitt Romney for having a lift in his garage. An elevator. Huh. But this guy owns an island. Does Mitt Romney own an island? No. See, liberals can be rich because they're smarter with their money. They can be rich because they believe in peace and love and unicorns and rainbows. Flight records show that Bill Clinton was flown on numerous occasions to this pervert island on Epstein's private jet. Oh, there we go again. Private jet. Oh, when a Republican owns a private jet, the Koch brothers, yeah, owning that private jet. Yeah, your carbon footprints. How about Al Gore? He was a goddamn jumbo jet. Just one of his homes produces more electricity than a lot of cities in this country. But that's okay. He can pollute the planet because he cares. And he wrote a book. And he's got a Peace Prize. And he made a movie. Well, you can't argue with that. I mean, you're going to make a movie and write a book and give speeches and win a Nobel Peace Prize for something that doesn't exist? Liberals, could you goddamn it learn the science, please? And don't tell me to learn the science. I'm not going to, I just can't stand to listen to a liberal tell me to learn the science. I mean, it's laughable. It's pathetic. They should be embarrassed. If they knew 1/10 of what the hell they were talking about, they would be embarrassed. But are they? No. Why should they be? They don't have to be held accountable. God damn it. Clinton had a close relationship with an employee of Epstein's who compiled thousands of photos of nude young girls posed in lewd positions. Why do people do this to kids? I don't understand that. What the hell is your problem? How is that? How is a child, first of all, how is a naked child sexy? I mean, I'm at a loss. I don't get it. How could a naked little girl or little boy be sexy? How does that happen? How do you get to that level in your life? How do you do that? What is wrong with you? And now you've got these Muslims over there. They're raping kids all over the goddamn place. That's their culture. Well, we don't have to be held accountable for this because that's part of our culture. We can get away with it. We can rape kids. Oh, that's part of your culture? Oh, I'm sorry. See, we don't have that in our country, but since you have it in your country and you're over here, oh, okay, you can go ahead and rape our children. And now they got another guy, that judge that was in, I can't remember what state it was. Can't remember where the hell that was. But in any event, this guy admitted that he molested kids for this one girl for over a year. And he accepted 10 years to life. First of all, you rape a kid once. First of all, your little pecker is gone. That's number one. Number two, you're in jail for the rest of your life. There's no 10 years. 10 years to life? No. You rape a kid, your pecker's gone, and you're in a cage for the rest of your life. Shut up. Period. But no, this judge gives this guy a year, and basically it's time served, but he's got probation. Oh, that'll help. Meanwhile, this girl that he raped for over a year, her life is ruined. Her life is gone. What happened to her life? This son of a bitch gets to walk free, so you know damn good and well he's going to do it again. Why isn't that judge removed from the bench? I don't know. I'm surprised that the father didn't shoot the judge. I'm surprised the father didn't shoot the guy who raped him or raped her. I can't remember if it was a girl or a boy. The point is, this guy was supposed to get 10 years to life. But then the judge changed his mind and said, well, no, I didn't change my mind. It was a clerical error. I said a year all along. Why would you give somebody a year? You raped a kid. No, that's life in prison, period. Conversation's over. No possibility of parole. None. And these photos that little Clinton's friend was showing him were used as a catalog for Mr. Epstein to loan out his girls to powerful politicians and British royalty, including Bill Clinton. I wonder which British royal. I wonder who it was. Royalty. According to the lawsuit, Clinton was friends with an unnamed woman. Why is she unnamed? Probably a big donor. Who kept images of naked underage children on her computer. Isn't that supposed to be against the law? Why would you have naked underage kids on your computer? Why would you need to see a picture of a naked child? How the hell is that even sexy? I don't get it. I don't know. Maybe I was born weird. Maybe that's what it is. Woman kept naked pictures of underage girls on her computer and helped to recruit underage children for Mr. Epstein. And she actually photographed these girls in sexually explicit poses. I mean, my Lord. But have you heard the mainstream media, or should I say shame-stream media, talk about this? No. Well, we can't do that. It's Bill Clinton. And Hillary's running for president. We can't do that. We got to stay away from that. We don't want them Clintons coming after us now. While Epstein was indicted and jailed for his pedophilia, Bill Clinton, oddly, has remained unscathed. Oddly? No, it's not odd. It's deliberate. It's pathetic. It's criminal. Criminal. You hear that, reporters? Criminal. You're not going to be reporting this stuff, you're criminal. You're just as guilty as them. Just as guilty. By allowing it to happen. You're just as guilty, reporters, for Benghazi. You might as well have been there in Benghazi and shot those rockets yourself. Started fires. Raped and cattle prodded the ambassador. You might as well have been there yourself. Same with Fast and Furious. You might as well have been in the Ohio office there for the IRS and targeting the Tea Party. You might as well have been there yourself. You didn't report it. Well, we reported it happened, but we didn't do any investigative reporting because, well, we can't do that. We might not ever get another interview with these people, and that's important. How is it important? Well, I don't want to get toughy with these guys because I don't never get another interview. Well, you don't have an interview anyway if you're not going to ask them tough questions. You're not going to ask the real questions. Forget about whether it's tough or not. I'm sick of that stupid phrase, tough questions. What the hell does that mean, a tough question? See, to me, a tough question is, well, you start talking about quantum physics and asking me questions about that. Yeah, that's going to be tough. But asking me a question and exposing me on something, that's not tough. That's not a tough question. It's a simple question. Did you have sex with little girls? Yes or no? Well, it depends on what you mean by the definition of is. Wonder how many dresses Bill Clinton stained with this little island of paradise, perverted paradise. Jesus, God, this makes me sick. I swear to God. If Bill Clinton is in fact a pedophile, which I wasn't there, I don't know. I can't cast aspersions, but I can tell you this. I wouldn't be one damn bit surprised. I can tell you that. But will the American people demand that he be put away for a very long time? I do. Too many high friends and high places. He'll get away with it. Like they always do. They're Democrats. Nobody has to be held accountable anymore. Accountable? We don't need to be held accountable. What the hell do we need to be held accountable for? Well, you mean I got to be responsible? Huh? Is that what that means? I got to be responsible now? So if I do something wrong, I got to pay for it? I can't have that. We can't have any of that. I'm not responsible. I'm a Democrat. It's just the Tea Party. They just blame them. All right, let's get into the scuttlebutt of the day here. This is freedom of the press.